Welcome to the CigarAficionado Academy and the literary universe of writer Ado Cruz. Today, with over 50 books dedicated to the world of Habanos through fiction and a stoic love for them. Okay, so today we're going to peel back the curtain on some of the core ideas from this incredible universe. Let's get into it.
You know, our story kicks off with a pretty brutal truth, one I think we've all felt at some point. It's perfectly captured by our main guy, Sandro. See, he spent 3 months. He devoured everything online. Articles, forums, you name it. He walked in feeling like a total expert. He was prepped, he was ready, or so he thought. He was about to get a very harsh lesson that what you read online and what happens in the real world are two very different things. All right, picture this, Le Cirque. It's this super exclusive cigar lounge in Paris. And when I say exclusive, I mean it's basically a temple dedicated to tobacco. The kind of place where the silence says more than words ever could, and the most important rules, well, they aren't written down anywhere. And into this temple walks Sandro, just overflowing with Google-fueled confidence. He's about to commit not one, not two, but 3 social sins. So bad, so catastrophic, he honestly should have been shown the door for life.
Oh, it is an absolute train wreck, a trifecta of social disaster. First up, the sommelier offers him this incredible rare cigar. And what does Sandro do? He blurts out, "Hey, I read online this costs double in Spain." You can just feel the entire room go silent. Oops. Then, as if that's not bad enough, he starts scrambling and pulls out his phone, to look up a review. That's like pulling out a calculator in a math competition for geniuses. But the final nail in the coffin, the fatal blow, he actually, and I'm not kidding, tries to correct the sommelier, a man with 30 years of experience being lectured by a guy with 3 months of internet research. Wow. You could have cut the tension with a cigar cutter.
So that incredibly crushing humiliation, that was actually the beginning of Sandro's real education. His mentor, this guy named Dantes, he sits him down and explains that a true lounge, it's not just a bar where you can smoke. It's something much, much more. It's what the CigarFati philosophy calls a third space, right? It's not home and it's not work. It's this other sacred place.
So, what does that really mean? It means, yeah, your money can get you through the door, but it's your understanding, your respect, that lets you stay. You have to earn your spot there by getting the unwritten rules, the codes that protect that special vibe.
And get this, it's like a classroom with no desks. Everybody in that room is either teaching or learning all the time. The quiet guy in the corner, he's teaching you about presence. The loud, passionate storyteller, he's teaching you about connection. And the sommelier who gently corrects your mistake, he's teaching you about humility.
And maybe the biggest lesson is about time. Think about it. Out there in the real world, time is all about notifications, deadlines, rushing. But inside the lounge, time is measured differently. It's measured in inches of ash. A Robusto is a non-negotiable 45 minutes. A Churchill, you're surrendering for 90 minutes. The lounge literally forces you to practice a kind of patience our world has totally forgotten about.
And this line from Dantes, wow, it just nails it. It perfectly sums up Sandro's whole problem, right? He walked in with his head full of facts he got from Google. He had the knowledge. He knew a tomato is a fruit. But he had zero wisdom. He didn't know you don't put it in a fruit salad. See the difference? He knew the what, but he had absolutely no clue about the why or the how.
Okay, so Dante's next lesson is absolutely crucial. He tells Sandro, look, not all lounges are created equal. And trying to use the quiet, almost sacred rules of that Paris lounge in, say, a loud, bustling club in Madrid, that would be just as much of a disaster. It all comes down to one thing. You have to learn how to read the room.
And this is where it gets really interesting. You're looking at 2 totally different worlds, but they're both fueled by the exact same passion. In Paris, the lounge is a temple. Respect means silence. It means protocol. But you hop over to Madrid, and it's a social club. Respect there is shown with loud, passionate, unfiltered conversation. It's not about one being better than the other. They're just different languages expressing the same love. And you have to know which language to speak when you walk in the door.
So just when Sandro thinks he's finally starting to figure things out, boom, he makes another huge mistake. He's sitting in Le Cirque for a good 2 hours, just soaking up the atmosphere, reading his book, and all he's bought is a single €5 coffee. He has no idea he's just crossed a very important, very invisible line.
And this leads to a core question that his mentor asks him. A question, frankly, we should all ask ourselves when we're in places like this. Are you a contributor or are you a parasite? Are you adding to the life of the lounge or are you just consuming?
sucking up the space, the atmosphere, the energy, without giving anything back. This is the central idea behind what they call the sin of the mushroom.
And here it is, the official definition, the mushroom. The person who's a parasite in the lounge, the one who consumes all the good stuff, the space, the vibe, the energy, without contributing fairly to the whole ecosystem. It's the person who basically treats this special place like it's a free WeWork with better chairs. You do not want to be the mushroom.
Now, the book actually lists 7 of these sins, but here's a few of the, let's call them the greatest hits. We've all seen these people, right? You've got the occupier, who buys one cheap thing and then camps out for hours. You've got the Wi-Fi warrior, who's got their laptop out taking up a whole table for a Zoom call. And oh, the instant expert. The guy who started smoking last Tuesday, but now he's giving unsolicited advice to the veterans. These are the kinds of behaviors that just slowly but surely poison the soul of a good lounge.
So, okay, after all of Sandro's painful, cringeworthy lessons, what's the takeaway for us? How do we avoid making the same mistakes? Well, let's boil all this philosophy down into a simple, practical guide. Think of this as your roadmap for walking into any serious lounge and not just fitting in, but actually earning your place there.
And the thing to remember is, these aren't just stuffy rules of etiquette. No. These are the keys that unlock the entire community. First, just observe for 5 minutes before you do anything. Read the energy of the room. Second, your phone is kryptonite. Keep it out of sight. Third, listen way more than you talk, like a 70-30 split. You're there to learn, not to lecture. Fourth, and this is a big one, never ever correct the staff or the old-timers. Respect experience. And finally, contribute fairly. The book has a great rule of thumb, the 60-40 rule. Basically, if you stay for 60 minutes, your purchase should justify that time. It has to be more than just a quick coffee.
At the end of the day, following this path, it's not about being perfect. It's about showing respect. It's about making that journey from just being a tourist in this world to becoming a real citizen of it. And believe me, we have only just scratched the surface of Sandro's story today. The entire journey from total novice to true master, well, that's waiting for you in the CigarFati book series. If you liked it, if you enjoyed it, if you learned something new, subscribe to the channel because we are just getting started. And remember that you can now enjoy the complete collection of writer Edo Cruz, today with more than 45 books dedicated to the world of Habanos on Amazon.